Okay, this is where something really cool happens. I get this tingling feeling in my bones every time. It's the beginning of the building process. My excitement is high because I know I have a potential winner on my hand, and I know that I'm much closer to the money at the end of the day. I know at this point I've done my job of generating a lead. It is very important to understand that some people don't even make it to this point in the deal. Once you get here, seriously, give yourself a pat on the back for taking the initiative and being a self-starter. This means you did something right that we covered in the first pillar. Or maybe you did everything. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you decided to take control of your future and do something about it. I run into so many people who are always like, hey man, Sporty, you know what? I'm about to get into this or that. I'm about to try this. And it seems like the next time I see them, they say the same thing. Hey, Sporty, I'm about to get into this and I'm about to get into that. And you can ask anyone. I'm always positive about, people trying new things and very supportive of people and their dreams because that's where it all begins. But I get excited as hell when I meet a self-starter who decides to take the plunge and does it and just takes it all the way. One of my good friends, Dante, who you've probably seen featured in one of our beacons of success stories, he's the epitome of that. I remember when we first met, this guy truly picked my brain about everything dealing with home building, construction process, and we just vibed the energies off of each other. It just became infectious. And to this day, one of my really good friends is having tremendous success building $1 million homes in the Dallas, Texas area under a brand known as DK International. His determination, innate will to win, and persistence, work ethic ultimately drove his success. And at the same thing, this will ring true for yourself as long as you stay focused on your end goal. So at this stage, we really have to figure out what our maximum offer is going to be on this potential deal. This is the absolute most important thing. What are we going to be willing to purchase a property for and still make a profit? The cool thing is that we can do this directly within the Flipped app, which will give us exactly what our maximum allowable offer is. But let's do this. Let's just break it down and let's show you exactly what I mean. So, for example, let's take a small sample deal. So after running comps, you come to the conclusion that we could sell potential property for $215,000. We want to know what's the most we should actually offer based on the tangible numbers we're going to incur to do this deal. So first, we say, okay, we know our rehab costs are $25,000. We've done our due diligence on that, which we're going to break down how we come to that in Module 6, nailing down rehab costs. We're going to cover quiet costs in Module 7, but for this quick example, we have quiet costs, which includes holding costs and other miscellaneous costs of, let's say, $10,000 at the end of the day. We want to make sure we at least make a $20,000 profit. This gives us a maximum allowable offer of $160,000. This is a simple formula of how to arrive at the maximum allowable offer, but it can go deeper. And that's the cool thing about the Flip app, because it takes the guesswork out of it, because you also want to consider what lenders are offering in terms of financing, and you can compare how much percentage of the ARV a lender is going to lend with the database of lenders we've compiled and the resources that we have. And of course, the relationships that we're about to offer to you. Different lenders have different terms, but we're going to go deeper into that in Pillar 4 and break down getting financing done like a pro. Okay, here we are where the fun begins, trying to figure out exactly what needs to be done in terms of fixing it up. This is the part that HGTV gives you, and where everybody gets the courage to flip houses and not to shortchange it. Let's be honest, we want to take our project and make it beautiful. So it's definitely not the last girl to be asked to dance, of course. There are thousands of dollars of improvements that can be done to rehab deals, so deciding what is absolutely necessary to do first is the key. And from there, what additional features your budget will allow you to have are secondary. I know at the end of the day, you have to make it pop, like my mom says, And that's what we want to do, obviously, but more so than anything, we do not want to blow our budget. Keep in mind, we are in this business for profit, and it is a business. So you never want to fall in love with a property unless you plan on keeping it. So keeping our eye on the 8 ball is going to be key, every single line item. So as you walk the house and begin to punch the house, or in other words, inspect what issues are going on, the best place to begin are, of course, with the obvious improvements that need to take place. I personally like to start on the outside and work my way in. First, walk the house clockwise. I begin at the front, take a picture of the address on the home first, and then from there I get a picture of the subject property at the elevation view, which means the front of the house from the street. The reason you want to do this is because, let's say you're evaluating multiple properties in a day. When you are going back through your notes, at the end of the day, you can know where one property photos start and when they stop. And this helps just keep you organized. As you're walking the property and you're taking pictures, make sure you're taking notes. I make 2 columns like this, one side exterior and the other side interior, or you can utilize separate sheets of paper. The main thing is that you're separating what you're doing into separate punch lists. Even when I'm doing new construction, projects I treat the same process. I'm going inside, then going outside. Walking the project in a clockwise motion from room to room. With flip deals, I'm just deciding on things I absolutely must do first versus the things I could possibly do. So as we walk the yard, you see some of the items I'm looking for on the outside, from junk outside, trash and debris, but most importantly, is the structural damage. Does the property have foundation issues, or do I need to put a new roof on the property? These are not deal killers by any means, because this is what we're doing. But you want to just take note so you can add these items to an item